Have you ever noticed some people can have money, friends, entertainment, even success, and still feel empty inside? They smile in public, but deep down, something feels missing. No matter what they achieve, real happiness never stays. Why? Why do some people laugh all day yet feel emotionally exhausted at night? Because the truth is shocking. Most people are chasing happiness the wrong way. They think happiness comes from more success, more attention, more validation, more possessions. But happiness is psychological. And if your mind is trapped in certain patterns, nothing outside will ever feel enough. In this video, you'll discover the hidden psychology behind why some people never feel truly happy. And the final reason is the one silently destroying millions of lives without them realizing it. Don't miss it, because once you understand this, you'll never see happiness the same way again. The biggest lie about happiness. Most people believe happiness is something you achieve. I'll be happy when I get successful, when life becomes easier, when people finally appreciate me. So the brain keeps chasing future happiness constantly. But there's a dangerous problem with this mindset. The moment happiness becomes dependent on external things, your peace becomes temporary. Because external things always change.
Money changes, people change, life changes. And if your happiness depends on unstable things, your emotions become unstable too. That's why many people achieve their goals and still feel empty afterward, because they expected success to heal emotions that were never understood. Reason 1, they live in constant comparison. This silently destroys happiness. Most unhappy people constantly compare their life to others. Someone looks richer, more attractive, more successful, more confident. And social media made this even worse, because now people compare their real life to someone else's highlight reel. And comparison trains the brain to focus on what's missing, not what already exists. That's why even good moments stop feeling enough, because the mind becomes addicted to chasing more. And a brain addicted to comparison can never rest peacefully. Reason 2, they overthink everything. Overthinking destroys happiness quietly, because happiness requires presence. But overthinkers rarely stay in the present moment. Their mind lives in the past or the future, regret, fear, what-if scenarios. Even during peaceful moments, their brain searches for possible problems. And eventually, the mind becomes emotionally exhausted. This is why some people cannot enjoy life fully, because mentally, they are never truly here. Reason 3, they seek validation from others. This is one of the deepest psychological traps. Some people build their happiness entirely around other people's opinions. Compliments create confidence. Attention creates self-worth. Approval creates temporary happiness. But the moment validation disappears, so does their emotional stability. Because when your self-worth depends on others, your happiness becomes fragile. And fragile happiness breaks easily. True happiness begins when your peace no longer depends on constant approval. Reason 4, they ignore their emotions. Many people distract themselves constantly. Phones, entertainment, work, noise. Why? Because silence forces them to face emotions they've been avoiding for years. Pain, loneliness, fear, insecurity. So instead of healing emotionally, they escape emotionally. But ignored emotions never disappear. They stay inside the mind silently. And over time, that emotional weight creates emptiness. This is why some people feel unhappy even when life looks fine externally, because internally, their emotions were never processed properly. Reason 5, they never feel enough.
This is the biggest reason of all. Some people spend their entire life chasing happiness without realizing their brain is addicted to dissatisfaction. No achievement feels enough. No success feels complete. No moment lasts emotionally. Because deep inside, their mind constantly says, I need more. More success, more attention, more perfection. And this creates endless emotional hunger. But happiness cannot grow inside a mind that never feels grateful for the present. That's why mentally peaceful people understand something powerful. Happiness is not found by chasing everything. Sometimes, it's found by appreciating what already exists. And that psychological shift changes everything. Let's be honest. Nobody feels happy all the time. That's impossible. But emotionally healthy people know how to protect their peace. They stop comparing constantly. They stop chasing validation endlessly. And most importantly, they stop expecting external things to permanently fix internal emptiness. Because real happiness is not constant excitement. It's emotional balance. After watching this video, you'll understand why some people never feel satisfied, how comparison secretly destroys happiness, why overthinking creates emotional emptiness, the psychological habits that block inner peace. Remember this: happiness is not something hiding in the future. It's something your mind learns to create in the present. So stop waiting for life to become perfect before allowing yourself to feel peace. Because sometimes, the biggest reason people stay unhappy is that they never stop searching for happiness everywhere else, except inside their own mind.